Welcome everyone. We are back here in my favorite place, out in nature, out amongst the trees. I just love being in this spot in particular because, I don't know, something about the trees just makes me feel so at peace. It makes me feel grounded. It represents growth. It represents opportunity, grounding, just a ton of things. But that's besides the point of the video. I just wanted to try to make this video as short as possible because I want the message of this video to kind of spark something inside of you if you've been going through something similar that I've been going through, at least. And I think it's very easy to get wrapped up into something like this, especially in the world we live in nowadays where we have so many distractions. And that's why I love just coming out here and being just one with the trees, one with nature, because it allows me to just feel more connected than ever. In a day and age where we are so connected, like you guys are watching this on your laptop, your phone, wherever you're watching this, you can be thousands of miles away, you can be in a different country, and yet we're still connected. But in this age where we're so connected through technology, I feel like we are more disconnected than ever. And that's kind of what I wanted to get with at the heart of this video, because I've just been feeling distracted recently. And I don't know if you guys are going through something similar, but a lot of times, you know, when we look at things in our lives and when we're on our walk and our journey for just self-growth or just our walk with God, trying to get closer to God, I think distractions a lot of times is really what holds us back. And specifically, I would say in my instance, distractions that lead to inaction, because I think the two of them just are almost a plot for disaster. Now, like, I don't know your situation or, you know, where you're at in the world, but I think in just like a modern time, and like, I don't know, I think media a lot of times tries to portray like the devil or the enemy or the bad side, however you want to look at it, as like, you know, pitchforks and fire and all these different things. And I think it fails to fully represent how a lot of those times that's not what it looks like in the real world. Like, yes, you know, evil takes on many forms and different forms, but I think a lot of times, especially in a modern world and a world so heavily influenced by technology and social media and now AI and all these different things, and I think now it looks a bit different. And I would like to say, I mean, at least for me personally, it's distractions. You know, phones, relationships, different things that draw us farther away from God. We can so easily get so tied up into it, and it takes us away from our divine purpose or the path that we really feel like we should be on. Because I don't know, I read somewhere online, I don't have the source, but I guess you guys could look it up. I mean, you're watching this on a phone right now, but I read somewhere that most adults spend close to 6 to 7 hours on their screens, like, you know, with screen time, like whether that's their phone, their laptop. And I think America has a higher average, actually, I think close to 7. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I just read somewhere and I was like, that number is astounding. Like, we have 24 hours in a day, and, you know, like a little over a quarter of that is just spent staring at our screens. And I'm not trying to say that like technology is bad and all this stuff. Like, that is not what I'm saying. I think technology can be used for so much greater things. Like anything in life, there needs to be balance. But I think there comes a point where it's like, how much of that time can be spent towards other things, towards development, towards growing ourselves, And I fall into that trap a lot. Like, I'll use this example, like last night. I'm a little bit of a night owl, so I'm guilty of just staying up pretty late. And I didn't have work today, so I didn't really need to be up at a specific time. And I found myself literally 2:30, close to 3 a.m., still scrolling on my phone. And I just like put my phone aside for a second. I was like, what am I doing? Like, A, I could either be sleeping, which I probably should be doing, or B, I can be using this time to develop ideas if I'm like not tired, or spend time with God. And I think a lot of times spending time with God, at least for me, kind of goes to the back burner, unfortunately. And I don't know what that looks like for you guys. For me, it's technology. For me, it can be just relationships, like earthly relationships that aren't edifying. And I'm not saying push those people away or push those things away, but I'm saying it's like, how can we find things in life, people in life that are going to actually help us grow and push us closer towards God and our purpose, instead of taking away from things. And I was out here, I'm reading my Bible. I'm trying to do better about reading my Bible, because I feel, it's something I'm still trying to learn. I like feel closest to God when I'm just like out, just kind of like in nature, just still in presence. I'm still trying to work on my prayer, and especially trying to get closer to Him in my word, because I don't know if anyone feels this way, but sometimes when I'm like just reading the Bible, I just feel so distracted, like, and I think that's just like the dopamine controlled part of my brain nowadays. I'm so used to like just the instant, like 2 to 6 second video on my phone, and I just have to like get back, like get recentered, restructured, regrounded. And I don't know if any of you feel that way, but anyway, I was reading this part in the Bible that kind of just really resonates with me. In Colossians 3:2, it says, set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are of the earth. So just that one verse just struck with me, because it's like, how much time are you really spending like trying to get closer to God? And like, I don't know. I asked myself this question earlier. I was like, if I had, say, an hour in a day, and I was busy doing a bunch of different things, and I had the option to like go on my phone for an hour or distract myself in some other way, whether that's like, watching a YouTube video, or just doing something mindless. I don't know what it is. Or spending time with, I don't know what that looks like. But if I had that, or it's like I had to spend an hour just like trying to get closer to God, like obviously on paper, the best form is, obviously I would choose, I would want to get closer to God. But in reality, I'm like, do I actually do that? Like, do I take the time to do that? Because it's so easy for me to say, oh yeah, if I was given those two options, 100% would choose either reading my Bible, praying, worshiping, spending time with God, just being still, even if it's just like sitting in stillness, like not even saying anything. Would I choose that, or would I choose to watch a YouTube video, or to spend time on Instagram, whatever that is? Like, in practice, that's really tough. And I don't know if any of you are going through something similar with that, but I've just noticed like so many times throughout my life where I've put so much time and energy into things that are just transient, things that aren't going to ground me. Like these trees around me, these trees are so grounded, and like so much time spent on like for example, last night when I was scrolling on my phone, 2:30 a.m., I liked a few Instagram reels, and by the end of that, I'm like, I don't even remember what reels I liked, because I was bombarded with so much information. Like in the 20 minutes that I was on before bed, where I should be trying to unwind and just completely like clear my mind, clear out the dopamine, I was just feeding it so much information. And I think nowadays we're just fed so much information all at such a rapid rate that like our attention spans have shrunk from this so wide, like these trees, to this, like I can't pay attention for more than 2 seconds. It's insane. And I don't know how we fix that, but I think just little steps, like each day, just trying to not let the distractions get the better of us. Because like the point of this video, I think a lot of times, like when we think of, you know, evil or the enemy or the devil, Satan, whatever that looks like for you, like we're given this picture of just like flames and fire and all this, not knowing that it could be like right in front of us. Like it could be that relationship that you know is toxic, that's doing you no good, that's getting nowhere, that's earthly, that's filled with lust and just all these different things that you know isn't really going to lead to anywhere, where you just end up feeling dissatisfied and so withdrawn afterwards. Or it could be sitting on your phone, like consuming and consuming and consuming rather than doing. I don't know what that looks like for you. Only you guys know. That's between you and God. But all I know is ultimately I am not perfect. I fall into that, and I'm dealing with that right now. And I'm trying, guys. I am trying. It's hard. It is so hard to just kind of take a step back. And that's why I love coming out here and being with the trees, because it's the only time I really feel at peace. It's the only time I really feel unplugged. And it's kind of sad that like I feel like we have to go through, like we have to do so much to disconnect ourselves nowadays. It's like this, follow me here. It's like we have to disconnect to reconnect. Like sit with that. Like we have to, like we're pulled in so many different directions, like from our phones. Like it's like we can never get a break. Like I know, like I'll be on my day off, like I'll be getting texts, I'll be doing work, you know. And that's another thing, like just being okay being with resting, you know. And I'm not saying be lazy, but a lot of times it's like we even let work cloud our space, our time with God. Like we fill ourselves with work and, you know, this hustle. Like I think there's a lot of toxicity in this whole like, oh, grind, 24/7 grind culture. Like especially like with me, like I'm in the sphere of like gym and fitness and all that. And like, yes, I think that's great to, you know, develop discipline and to work towards becoming a better version of yourself. Like I 100 wholeheartedly% agree with pushing yourself, but there comes a point where there's like anything, you know, like technology, it's good, it's bad. Like there needs to be a balance. And it's like trying to find areas in your life where those distractions are taking away from your time with God. And for me, like last night, like that was a check to me. And just reading this verse, I'm going to read it again because it was convicting to me. So I'm going to read it again if you didn't hear it the first time. Colossians 3:2, set your minds on things that are above, not on things of the earth. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we're just left with God. We're just left with creation and all the things of the earth that we thought were fun and, you know, entertaining and just enjoyable to our flesh, you know, whether that's, I don't know, parties, certain types of music, our phones, like toxic relationships. And again, I'm not saying that any of this is inherently bad. I'm just saying it's when we let it become an idol. We let it cloud and overtake our just quiet time with God. So yeah, it ended up being a long video. I wanted it to be a short video, but it ended up being long, like always. But if you're watching this far, I applaud you because, you know, your dopamine system's probably still intact because, yeah, not many people have the attention span to watch this long into a video. But I thank you for being here, for following along with what I'm saying. Yeah, because you have a purpose. And a lot of times when we have like such a God-given purpose, it might not be so blatantly obvious how the enemy is trying to attack you. Like, yes, he might like try to physically do certain things, things that are visible to the eye, but a lot of times it's sneaky, like distractions, like I said, distractions with an action. Like, it's like if the enemy can keep you scrolling on your phone for 8 hours a day, when you can spend those 8 hours getting closer to God, getting closer to your purpose, really taking action towards those goals, instead of just thinking, oh, maybe I'm gonna do that one day, or maybe I'll start tomorrow. Oh, you know, I think if I had X, Y, and Z figured out, then I'll do it. No, like, why don't you just start now? Spend those 8 hours. Like, guys, I challenge you. If you could just find a day, like find an hour, just 1 hour, okay, where you would otherwise be doing something else, whether it's like scrolling on your phone, watching TV after work. Like, I don't know what that is, but if you can find something in a day that you know that you can like maybe cut out 20 minutes, an hour, however long you want, because this is your journey, this is your walk. Find a few minutes, few hours, however you want that to look, where you shift that. You see, okay, this is distracting for me. This is a way that I'm trying to get a fix, a fill that's not going to actually fill me, and fill it with God or something that draws you closer to your purpose. And stay consistent with that. Increase that amount of time per day. Be consistent, because consistency is what's going to ultimately get you there. I saw it with the gym, guys. I saw it in my own life with the gym. Like, just being consistent, because like these trees don't grow overnight. They don't grow in a day. They start in the ground. They start before you can even see a little sprout at top. And look at how high they are. They're beautiful. So that's going to be you guys. Like, I believe it. I'm affirming it for you guys. I'm affirming it because I know what God has for you. You wouldn't be here watching this video right now if God didn't have big plans for your life. And I say it and I mean it and I know it, because I know you're watching this. We're 17, almost 18 minutes into this video, and you guys are still here because you're filling your minds with something that's edifying. So yeah, be that tree, guys. Be the tree. You're starting small, just small little steps. And yeah, I'm excited to see where you guys go. Like, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear your journey in the comments. Thank you for 54 subscribers. You guys are amazing. And yeah, I'd love to hear more of you guys. So interact, comment where you're at, comment who you are. I'd love to meet you guys. Just keep doing you, keep doing amazing things, because you have a greater purpose, and I want to be a part of that. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.